I just discovered a new AI tool that will change how you analyze data and how you perform any data analytics tasks overall. I couldn't wait to share it with you as I was testing in these days. And so the purpose for me this video is to show you exactly on a practical level how I use it for an end-to-end data analytics project so that you can use it in the same way for whatever task related to data that you are performing. And I will also share in this video the different ideas and use cases that you can have for this tool, and also why I am really impressed by the final result of the project that I created and how I think it's definitely way better compared to ChatGPT. If you're new here, my name is Lorenzo. I'm a data analytics lead with over 7 years of experience. I work for companies like Deloitte and AWS, and I'm also the founder of the Analytics and Automation Academy, which is a 6-week program where I teach you all the technical skills that you need to land a job in data analytics, and where I will also follow you on a one-on-one basis until you actually land the job. So if you're interested in having a mentor that is helping you all the way from the very start to you landing a job, then make sure to check out the link in video description and apply to the Analytics and Automation Academy. So the name of the tool is Kimi, which is a large language model that was developed by a Chinese company called Moonshot AI, and they just released Kimi K2, which is their latest models, which they claim to be the best reasoning model out there. It is super good for coding, for data analytics tasks. There is a lot of agents combined together in this model, and this is exactly what we're going to use today to do an end-to-end data analytics project together. A few super cool things that I want to share with you straight away. So the first one is that using this model is completely free, so you can start playing with it. I did it myself without spending a penny. The second thing that I love about this tool is that if you want to create a data analytics project or anyway work with data analytics, you actually don't need to collect data yourself. Kimi, as I'm going to show you in just a second, the tool that allows Kimi itself to go online and search for data itself without you doing anything. It's going to understand which kind of data it needs to perform the analysis that you requested. It's going to go out there scraping different websites, maybe searching for the best resources, and then downloading that data and using it in the analysis, which will take care of that initial task of data collection that sometimes is blocking so many of us. The other stuff that I really love about this is that it is actually using a lot of data analytics best practices, which potentially are things that only people working in data analytics for quite a long time know. And so I'm going to show this to you as well. And also the main interesting use case that I think you should consider when using Kimi is that you could actually create an end-to-end presentation with data analytics, even, as I said, if you don't have any data, and then host it on a web page, again, everything for free, and share it with a recruiter hiring manager. It creates it with some Python code. So as long as you understand the Python code that is happening behind the scenes, using this tool might be the fastest way that you have to create an end-to-end data analytics project. And trust me, the result looks super, super good. I'm going to show you that in just a second. So if any of this sounds interesting, if I was able to convince you that it's worth your time to check out this tool, then let's start together a practical tutorial on how to use it. Okay, so I am inside Kimi, and the only thing that I did to use the free version was signing up to Kimi using my Gmail. So that is the only setup that you need to get at the same place where I am right now. And you may have seen that this is a chat that looks pretty similar to ChatGPT. So nothing crazy different to what we are using usually. The stuff that I want to show you is this tool setting here. I'm simply making sure that we use the search and also the thinking, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. And now if we go straight to the practical example that I wanted to show you, this is my prompt here. So I want to analyze the gold price movements over the past 20 years, present the results with the rich visuals, and you can see here, you can pause and read the full prompt. By the way, this is definitely not a prompt that I have written myself. I use ChatGPT actually to optimize my prompt. This is a common practice that I do all the time. I don't want to spend time myself writing the prompt, so I'm asking ChatGPT maybe with an audio, I'm trying to do this, write for me the optimized prompt, and this was the result. So I'm just pasting it here. So a bit different than ChatGPT, Kimi actually took around 5 minutes to give me the result based on this prompt. So I just left my laptop there and waiting for it to complete it. But what I really like about Kimi, what he's doing in the background is writing actually a to-do list of things that he's planning to do. So like phase 1, understand the question, define the goals, develop the framework, like a very comprehensive list of actions that he's going to do in the background. And then if I close this one here, you can see how he progressed with the action. Now I don't want to get into the details details here. I just want to show you the final result and analyze it together. But you can see here that there are some steps where it fetches data online, it creates some Python code and so on. And so the final result of this gold price movements analysis for the past 20 years, also with an explanation to a potential investor in gold, is this one here that I'm going to show it to you in the screen. So again, it took around 5 minutes to create this end-to-end presentation, and I just want to analyze it with you because I think it's super, super high quality. So the first thing that I immediately see about this presentation is the formatting. I really love, first of all, the font that he is using. I think it looks pretty professional, very nice. I love the gradient of the background color, kind of this blue that is starting dark on the left and going light blue on the right-hand side. These are very, very small details, but that really makes this presentation pretty professional. Then you have these KPIs at the very top that kind of summarize the whole analysis. Again, very good practice in the world of data analytics to put some KPIs at the top so that you have a clear idea of what's happening. And also I really like these colors overall. So like this combination of blue, white, and this also gold color. I think this color was chosen because we are doing a gold price analysis. So that's also pretty interesting to see. And as you can see here, again, I have an executive summary, which is kind of an explanation of the whole analysis for executives. So it means, something very summarized, a few takeaway here that someone can read and digest in case they don't want to go through the whole presentation. The other stuff that you see here that I really like is this kind of shape that is a layer on top of this blue background. Again, it makes it very professional and visually appealing to me. And then you have a bit of a text with numbers, also making sure that we answer these main questions. So again, very good practice to put a question at the very top just to make sure that we understand exactly what we are trying to answer, and then a proper answer with numbers below. And apart from kind of a bit of a longer text and paragraph, we also have like the 4 key takeaways in here. Again, I'm not going to go into the details of the text, but I actually had a pretty good read of this final document, and I think it's actually pretty interesting and accurate as well. Also, you can notice the shapes with the shadow. Again, looks super good and professional. And now if I scroll down and scrolling up, you can also see that there is a little bar moving at the very top, just to show me how I'm progressing through the documents. Again, super advanced. Again, a very little detail, but that makes the presentation really appealing. Now, if I scroll down, apart from the executive summary, you can see we start looking at charts. Again, I really love the title of the chart, and then a brief explanation of what's going on in the chart, and then again a title, description, and the proper chart that is actually interactive, so I can move the mouse around to see what's happening. In this case, I recognize this library in Python, so it allows me also to select a specific area and zoom in and zoom out in case. So that's pretty cool because it's a presentation that is interactive. And again, if I scroll down, I have boxes with icons, titles, and text explanation. Obviously, I can see there are some things missing. So here on the third one, for some reasons, there is a missing icon. So that's maybe a little detail that is missing there. And if I keep scrolling down, then we have another chart here. And then if I scroll down again, pretty similar format. Then we have a bit of a distinction in the coloring in the background, and another chart here. This is actually a combination of 2 charts together, so pretty nice as well to see. And then another line chart, some other boxes, and this time we have a bar chart. This one is actually super interesting. It's basically saying how different events impacted the gold prices. And you can see kind of the magnitude of the impact. So, for example, the global lockdown began. This was the impact. The impact was almost 15% increase of gold price in a 30-day window. And then there are some events that had actually a negative impact on gold prices, like the Trump election, the US Capitol riot, and other stuff here. Actually, super interesting. I think the visuals, like the choice of the visuals of the bars and also color, green and red, makes it super clear on what's going on in the chart. And then if I scroll down, I also have a table that is explaining what I see in the bar chart. And this time he only selected the top events. So the top 5 events, again, making sure that we have clarity on the most important things that matter. Again, this to me is really following a lot of best practices in the world of data analytics. And this is exactly why I really love this final output input. Then if I scroll down, I also have this annual performance analysis. So annual performance of gold by year, and again with yearly returns and also volatility. So again, pretty nice choice of colors as well, green, red, and gray if there is nothing much to highlight. And then if I scroll down, I also have another summary of key insights and patterns. Again, these boxes that look pretty nice to me. And then because I also asked to have some investment implications at the end, there is also a summary of potential actions that an investor may take or may consider when thinking about gold as a investment asset. And then towards the end, also the other part that I really like is the section, which is a bit of a footer, bit of a conclusion, appendix, whatever you want to call it, that says download raw data and analysis. So you not only have the whole analysis at the top, but you can also download the data sources for this analysis. And again, formatting in a super nice way. I can click on any of the buttons and download the CSV file or different files that was used in the analysis. And actually even like a bit of a footer at the end, data sourced from Yahoo Finance. Even the usual caveat, this analysis for education and research purposes, not financial advice. Pretty nice to see. And by the way, don't forget that this whole analysis is hosted on a web page. So any person, if you share the link to a person, any person will be able to open this page. This is a live page. I didn't have to buy a domain or anything like that. I just have the whole presentation in a web page that I can share to anyone. So that's also a massive plus. And by the way, I think I didn't mention how to create this sort of presentation, because this is actually a web app that I had to select in here. So you see that apart from the tools, you can select different things here like slides, data visualization, web app. So in my case, I select a web app because I want a web page that, as I said, anyone can open on their machine. Then I can obviously go back and see the results, all the steps that went on to create this final result. This was actually the final URL that I had to open to visualize the final result. Now, what I wanted to test as well is how well Kimi is making changes on the presentation. So what I said is you use some technical terms in the presentation and want you to add caveats where you use those for extra explanation for non-technical people. And an example of term that might not be super clear is a secular bull market. And so Kimi went ahead and reviewed the presentation, and this is actually the final result that he gave me. So he kept the context of the whole presentation and just added some lines here. So again, very well formatted with some definition on terms like secular bull markets, because that's referenced in this section. If I go down, he's also giving me now, he's telling me price movements. So he's telling me moving averages and golden crosses, like these terminologies that are important to understand when I look at this chart. Also, if I go down, I also see a difference between real returns and nominal returns, which are things that are shown in this line chart as well, and pretty much is doing it for all the charts. So even here, telling me what is a Bollinger Bands, which obviously I didn't know about, and also the Sharpe ratio, again, to make this chart a bit more comprehensive. And so I'm going to leave the link to this presentation in the video description, so you can obviously check it out on your side, and also the link to access Kimi. Again, there is no sponsor or anything. This is just a tool that I simply discovered one of these days, and it really impressed me. So I definitely encourage you to try it out yourself. And there you have it, a simple tutorial on how to use this Kimi AI, this new tool that is amazing for data analytics. Obviously, it's not perfect. There are things that you have to check yourself and maybe finalize with a few iterations with the tool. But in my opinion, is actually a tool that is worth trying, because again, as I said, you can collect data online that maybe you didn't have available with you to actually start a project. Also, it can give you a very good idea on how to create a project end-to-end, especially on the presentation side, how to really present data to a stakeholder, to a client, hiring manager, and so on. You can also learn a lot of best practices that are implemented by the tool itself in the final presentation. And overall, in case you have very limited amount of time, you can definitely use it for showcasing an end-to-end data analytics project that obviously you have to get familiar with before actually sharing outside, but that potentially can be created within 5 minutes. Now, if you're interested about data analytics and you want to learn with me Excel, SQL, Tableau, Python, AI agents, domain knowledge, and pretty much everything you need to land a job in data, then make sure to check out my Analytics and Automation Academy. I will leave the link in the video description. Apply on the website, schedule a call with me so that we can meet online. And if you're a good fit, I will support you all the way until you land a job in data analytics. I will also leave here in the screen some other videos that I made on SQL and Python with a practical tutorial that you can follow workflow end to end, and well, enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao for now, and see you in the next one.